Dyer's Daily.
We've talked about the animated movies of the Walt Disney Company at length in this series, but I thought I would take this opportunity to kind of highlight some that have perhaps slipped by the wayside that we wouldn't necessarily choose to devote an entire episode on. I'm thinking of things including The Rescuers, for example, which is not one of my favorites. I'll be honest with you. I find it kind of boring and a little bit schmaltzy in places, but I could see what they were doing, and I do like Bob Newhart in that role. What about 101 Dalmatians as well, which obviously inspired the live action version later? It was based on a book as well, as are a lot of these things. It's funny these days when people say, oh, they want to get back to making original animations, and it's like, well, a lot of these things were adaptations. What about the film Dinosaur, released in the early 2000s, which was the first CGI Disney animated movie? The Black Cauldron, which apparently is quite scary. I haven't seen The Black Cauldron yet. The Great Mouse Detective, from the mid-'80s, the Sherlock Holmes sort of adaptation. The last 2D animated movie from the studios from the early 2010s, Winnie the Pooh, which is a lovely film, by the way. Do check that out. It's a marvelous film. It really tries to recreate those early Winnie the Pooh shorts, and it does it excellently. So what other sort of by the wayside Disney films can you think of? Well, I'm thinking of things like Chicken Little, which I watched for the second time. I couldn't remember it. It was very much a long time ago. I couldn't remember really whatever happened in it, but we watched it recently and it was funny. The animation has dated somewhat, but it was funny, and that is the main thing. Okay, so lastly, what about something along the lines of let's see, Brother Bear, maybe. Brother Bear, not a bad story, but again, trying to venture into newer forms of animation. Oliver and Company, another one, much better than it has any right to be. Really like the cast in that. Really funny take on a classic story. What is your favorite kind of obscure Disney animated movie? Last one, promise. Sword in the Stone. Hockety pockety wockety whack.
Dyer's Daily.